Hello farmers, welcome back to Selendra. Just came back from the store in the telehandler and I bought 4 planks of spruce saplings, so that's 80 trees in total. I'm going to be planting over here by the sheep pen on over to the sawmill. I'm planting them over here because if I plant them in front of the other trees, when I go down to cut those, these trees will have probably have grown by then, so they'll be in the way. So these are going to be in the back. Since they're the youngest ones, so we should have, room to get the other trees to the sawmill when needed. I thought I was going to do this in November, but I thought, why wait another month? Let's get these in as soon as we can, because I think someone said, I don't know if it was last episode, the episode before, in the comments that, yeah, it takes about 2 years, I think, for these to grow. So we shall see. I guess I got kind of confused with Silver Run Forest putting down the lodgepole pine, but I guess from what they said, each individual species of trees takes a different length of time to grow to full height. And unfortunately, lodgepole pine is a sapling we cannot get. At least I don't think so. I don't remember. No, I tried getting the other case that we can buy. Was it like 250 small saplings, and lodgepole pine wasn't an option. So, but I'm fine with the spruce. We're okay. They'll grow. We got trees everywhere that we can cut down. Just a matter of how do we get them to the sawmill other than using the yarder the way we've been doing it. So we'll find a way. The sawmill should be good until like February, March. And I'm hoping by the end of this episode, that's where we will be. We're going to cruise through the winter months here, selling things. And the fields are pretty much set to go. I am going to, take care of the fields that need lime. I got a couple fields that do require lime, but currently the money, we're at 4,000, so don't want to be spending it on that. I may need it for other purposes. I know one thing, when you plant these little saplings down, they kind of blend into the background a little bit, so it's kind of hard to see. Luckily this mod will not allow you to plant close together. As you can see, bottom right hand corner says distance is too short, or just look at the ghost image. When it's blue, you can plant. When it's red, you cannot. So I'm just going to randomly place down 80 saplings back here. I wonder if it's going to cause lag in the future. So when these trees grow up to be nice and tall and mature, if we get too many saplings in one area, it could cause a little bit of lag. But if it does, it's not that big of a deal. Let's come in with our chainsaw and get everything over to the mill, and we'll clear it on up. I don't think 80 trees is going to be too much for back here, so we'll see. Anyways, let's see, how are we doing? I don't know how many I've planted by now, because I've been rambling on with you guys. So, let's see, I probably got like 30 in, so 50 more to go. Not going to take me too long with the shovel. I did have a quick look at possibly renting the tree planter, the sapling planter, and that would have been like $1,400 to lease to plant these in. I'm like, well, the shovel doesn't take that long, so just go ahead and do it with a shovel. So as you can see, this is the last of the second pallet that I just grabbed. So I got 40 more after this one. So in about 5 minutes or so, I shall be done. And then we can fast forward to the month of November. The animals are all set. November, we got to sell the eggs and just keep track of our animals and the production buildings. Make sure they're running normally. And then we can kind of go on to the month of December. Somewhere in the night of December into early January, we will be selling the silage, getting a whole bunch of cash, and with that we will buy those 2 fields that were potato fields last year, and yeah, then we're good to go until our sawmill needs some trees. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Just got to plant the rest of these 42 saplings. Grabbing the last 10, and I did not notice before, but in the bottom right hand corner it says how many trees I have planted currently. So I'm up to 70. Of course we had 80, so last 10 to go on in. I was wondering if I was going to be able to fit all these back here, and yes, it hasn't been much of a problem. I am planting them closer together than I probably should, but if the game's going to allow me to do it, then might as well go ahead and do so. It's going to be kind of clustered back here. But 80 trees, I don't know how many trees I've planted in total. Let's see, probably 160? So We got plenty of trees once they all get fully grown. That's going to keep the sawmill going for a bit. And by the time we actually cut all these trees down in the future and bring them to the mill, probably money-wise we'll be doing well enough that, you know, keeping the mill running constantly, it's not going to be that big of a concern or a priority. There we go. That is all the saplings. Right? I'm out of saplings, correct? It says 0. Just want to make sure. Yep, we're out of saplings. So, yeah, I still got the tree stumps back here. That's fine. They're not going to be too much in the way. We're not bringing any equipment back here. It's just me and the chainsaw. But I could probably plant like another 60 trees back here easily. But we're not going to do so. At least not today. But now it's time to move on. I do see rain in the forecast. That's not going to affect us too much on this series. I don't have no solar panels here. Just a wind turbine. And that still leaves open this this grass over here because I'm not planting there yet. And I might as well leave the telehandler, well, I guess right over here, because the next thing I'm going to be doing is selling some eggs. That should be in the month of November. So I'm going to park this right here. Let me just double check on the stock chart here. So eggs should be in November, and if the price is right, probably by then we'll get like 22 grand for that. Currently for silage, I know we just looked at this last episode. This is going to be a little bit better. Current price is 176. We'll get 189, but I'm hoping by then these will have been fermented as well. We shall see. But let's go to bed. Advance on through the month. Animals are all set. The grass fields are all set. The arable fields are pretty much all set. 2 of them kind of need lime, and I might go, like I said, we might do that in the springtime. We'll see how the money situation is looking. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll sleep until 9 o'clock. Winter months, it gets brighter a little bit later, so we'll sleep until 9. That way we know it's good and bright outside. How are we doing money-wise? So it looks like, did we make money overnight? Maybe just stayed about even, so that's not too bad. All right, let's check the pricing again. So let's see, 1386. Price can get up to 1400. So let me advance time until the price is peaked. Where are the eggs here? So it says the price is going on up. So I'm going to advance time. When the price peaks, we'll sell the eggs and then just move on. Let me just double check on the horses first of all. They're fine food-wise. Chickens are getting a little bit low, but they should be fine for another month. And the sheep are fine as well. All right, I'll see you whenever I see you to sell the eggs. Well, that didn't take long, even though I'm still trying to figure out the pricing chart in Farming Simulator 22. The green arrow shows the prices going up. But actually the prices, was at 385, 386, and the price started dropping. Same thing at the Zito product. So, we're going to bring the eggs over to the farm shop and get what we get for cash. I didn't even make it over from running to the farm over here to get into the telehandler before I saw the price dropping on down. Now let me narrow up the forks on here. We don't have a whole bunch of eggs, so I'm not going to bother putting them onto the trailer to be transported. I'm guessing 3 or 4 trips in the telehandler. Depending on how much the eggs weigh. I mean, I don't think I can grab 6 pallets. That might be asking a little bit too much. How wide are those forks? Let's narrow them up a little bit more. Well, I'm actually surprised that we can carry 6 pallets of eggs. I definitely gotta be gentle, because I mean, there are eggs. But I guarantee one of them is going to fall off if I take the road, so... take the road less traveled, I suppose. Let me get on. Wait, what? Where am I going? It's to the farm shop, right? Yeah, farm shop is a little bit better. Both prices are dropping, so yeah, waiting to see what the other one does. Even though both arrows are green and pointing up, telling me the price is going up, it's lying to me. I'm actually surprised that this telehandler can... Well, I mean, I guess it all depends on the weight, right? But it doesn't show the weight, but I think there is an option I could add. Thought those eggs were going to go everywhere. That would actually show me the weight, but it's fine. All that matters is when I pick it up, does it hold it or not? It doesn't matter what the weight is. If it doesn't hold it, then you take some off and continue. Now let's get over to the asphalt here to where the road's not too bad. This will give us a little bit of breathing room on the money situation. But I think overall, the price of strawberries should be going up pretty good for the winter months. Go kind of slow around this corner here. Don't want them to fall off before I sell them. Oh, we're going uphill, so I gotta lift up the forks a little bit. They are selling. And at least on this trip, am I going to get at least 10,000 on this trip? I could have if the other one's sold, so we'll say at 9,000. Do I get another $1,000 for these eggs? Am I not fully into the trigger, or what here? Yeah, so we definitely got over 10,000 for the first trip. Yeah, so that was about, what, 12 grand? We were like at 5,000. We're almost at 17,000. All right, I'm going to go back and get the rest of the eggs. I should be able to get them all in one more trip. And then we can move on to December. Looks like more rain in the forecast. Well, I think I may have found the limit for amount of eggs. The first trip was 6 pallets. And now we got 6 pallets and maybe 60% of a 7th one. If I hit a bump, the back end does lift up off the ground a tad. So I don't think I'd want to go 7 full pallets. See if I can get all this in the sell point this time. Oh, got lifted on up. I think the sell point is actually right up here. Just keep on selling. 12,859 for that load, so probably was 12,000 for the first load. But overall, we went from like 5 grand up to 30 grand. And that is going to suit us just fine. Not enough actually. I mean, I could buy one of the fields over there. I mean, should I? I mean, I could do that now, but I think we'll wait until we sell the silage. Not much is going to happen on the land over there anyways. It's fall/winter time. The animals are all set. Wait, was it chickens that were kind of questionable? They're still fine. And the horses are still fine. And the sheep are still fine. Alright, so next time I see you, it'll probably be nighttime in December, early January. That's when the silage price should be at its best. We'll sell the bales that are silage. The other ones are going to be ready January by, I forgot what time it was. I think in the morning time, like 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. So we got to wait for those to get completely fermented. But yeah, I'll see you next month. Well, I made it to Sunrise in January. The price is $190. Now, actually, Earl is giving us a better price over the livestock market. Well, this is actually called the livestock market. The other one's called the livestock farm or something at $193. But that is on the other side, which means I would have to load up all these silage bales and transport them across town. For an extra $3, with the amount of liters I got, it could bring us in like maybe an extra $1,000. Maybe? Something like that. I have no idea. I'm not doing the math right now, but we're just going to go ahead and sell them right over here. Makes it a little bit easier. I will have to wait a couple more hours for the other bales to be fermented. but that's okay as long as the price stays right where it is, and it's not going to drop too far. But we should get a decent amount of cash from here. Cash flow through the winter months is doing okay. So I think after we sell these silage bales, we'll buy the 2 fields. See what I got left for money. If I got a decent amount, then we'll go ahead and pay off the loan a little bit. That'll help us out at midnight for the loan interest. I do want to save myself maybe about 10 grand, if I have that much, just for springtime to buy seed, fertilizer, and lime. And I think that's all we really need, right? And of course, whatever we might need, but I think 10,000 should cover it. I gotta remind myself, this is Selendra, it's not East Vineland or Hinterland. We don't have huge fields, so it's not gonna cost us that much for seed and fertilizer, but having 10 grand in the bank account would be kind of nice. Plus, I gotta remind myself, I gotta put seed into those greenhouses at some point. They gotta be getting kind of low, I think. So let's go ahead and sell the silage bales that I know are fermented. Then we'll have to double check on the other ones. Like I said, they should be ready somewhere around, was it 9, 10 o'clock in the morning? A couple more hours anyways in game time. But let's get these sold. Watch the money go up. Just a reminder, it's going to be like 45 grand for the 2 fields over there. So once we hit that and the extra we get, that's the kind of amount of money I'm going to put into the loan. And I did say I want to keep 10 grand. So once we get over 55,000, that means we'll have some extra cash to pay off that loan. All right, let's get these sold. Well, it's nice to see the bank account actually hitting 6 digits. 100,000 in the bank account, at least for a little while. So 45,000, I believe, for the 2 fields. And that'll leave us, we'll just say like 55,000 in the bank account. Maybe a little bit more. There we go. So that's not too bad. 103,495. But let's go spend most of it over here. The good news is, field 30, when I checked it before I started recording, that said it needed to be plowed. And someone plowed it for us, so that saves me a little bit of trouble. Farmland, let's go in here and buy field. Before I do, hang on a second here. They didn't actually do any work in the field, did they? Right now, no, there's no crop in the field whatsoever. That's fine. That is perfectly fine. So field number 29 for 31,512. We're going to go ahead and buy that. And then field number 30 for 15,480. We're going to buy that. So who knew that not long ago, when we just barely started buying land over here, within about a year or so, we own everything over here. We are going to merge fields 30 and 29 together. And maybe plant wheat for the chickens, and the sorghum will just stay for the horses. And then we'll keep planting oats over here. Maybe that's what we'll do. But that leaves us 55 or 56,000. Before we go any further, what I want to check on is my production buildings. And hide inactive. And, I'm actually out of water. Well, that's not good. Well, the reason why that one's going through the water, because I actually got two productions, unlike the other ones where I'm only doing one. Seed we're doing fine on for the most part. Actually, that's actually planks. Hang on. Wrong one. And fabric wool, well, I haven't brought the wool over yet this morning. That's why I need to bring that on over. So I need to take care of the greenhouse today. Probably, oh, and that does take a while. But what we're going to do here is let's go into the money situation and let's pay off a little bit of this loan here. Let me bring it on down to so I have like 20,000 in the bank account. We'll just say 21,000. So we brought it down to $1.425 million. Our interest has been $4,866 at night. That's not too bad. Let's go over and grab the wool, get that over to the spinnery because, yeah, when we sell the fabric, I think with the fabric, I'm going to go ahead, even though I'm not really ready for it, but I think we'll put down the training facility so we can kind of get it placed up, kind of souped up, looking nice and ready. And then when we sell the planks in July, we can just take all that cash we get from the planks and put that towards the loan. And before you know it, we'll be making money over midnight. Doesn't matter what the price of the strawberries are. Let's see, how are the sheep doing? The chickens, we should be doing really well on the chickens next year. So what did we just make, like $25,000 on eggs last year? We didn't have a full chicken coop last year, so why? Oh, did the sheep run out of food? Uh-oh. Did the sheep, someone forgot to check on the sheep overnight, so I had no wool to bring over. I got so focused on selling the eggs and everything else. Well, do they go through more food during the winter? Oh, you know what it also could be is the grass doesn't grow during the winter, so I got where they're should be grazing from the grass out in their meadow. But of course, grass doesn't grow in the winter, so that's probably the reason why they went through more grass there. Ooh, okay, all right, so we got no wool, and their health is at 0, so they've been without food for a bit. All right, I'm a terrible farmer. I am a terrible farmer. Wow. Okay. All right. I got to bring food over. I wasn't prepared to do all this, but yeah. Okay. So again, the chickens. How bad is the chickens' health? They've been without food for quite a while. Yeah. Okay. They went through the food rather quickly. All right. Let's go grab the doits. Bring that over. Get the chickens up and going. I got to get straw to the horses. I should have straw bales behind the harvester. Yeah, that was not well. Money-wise, we're looking good. Animal-wise, yeah, that's on me. All right, which bale am I taking here? That's a full one. I would like to take the smaller one. So I got plenty of straw. Just go ahead and we'll throw this one down. We'll get the small one out of here. And then we'll go feed the chickens. And then, oh, that's just terrible. I'm usually pretty decent on keeping track of the animals. All right, that's only 629 liters. I'm going to leave that bale right there. They can take it as is. That leaves us 33,000 liters of straw left in here, which is more than enough for the horses for a while. Can I sneak that one in between you two? Okay, I'm done with the telehandler for now, so we'll back that up and we'll actually charge it on up. You can see it blinking, that means it's charging on up. Yeah, I got so focused on, earning money, selling stuff. I know I checked on the animals in the morning of December. At least I thought I did. Trailer over here. Had to think about that for a moment. Do I have any wheat left? So we did buy some wheat last time for the chickens because we ran out of feed for them. But we got tons of sorghum we could feed them. I think I gave them all the wheat last time, honestly, but... Yep, no more wheat. Sorghum. This only holds 11,000. I don't know how much that pen holds. So we'll just grab a full trailer. So, yeah, I think putting wheat in that field to feed the chickens is a good idea. Just to get a little bit more straw. Although, making more straw, we don't, you know, I don't know if you saw in the time lapse, but we didn't make that much money from the straw. But it's money. But if I get more from sorghum for feeding the animals, might be just wise to keep on doing that. I was like, they better take sorghum at this point. I hope I'm not mixing up my pens on the different series that we're running. Alright, so they didn't take the whole trailer, so that's good. Alright, so the sheep got feed, the chickens now got feed, the horses, I gave them straw. Let me just double check to see exactly how they're doing. Because I got sorghum loaded on up. Yeah, this pen, the horses will take sorghum or oats, along with hay. Alright, so... yeah, base food. Yeah, let's go ahead and give them the base food. It's either... I mean, I got the feed in the trailer. Oops, I could have gave it to them right there. Alright, let's back on up. Yeah, so that sorghum we harvested last year, that doesn't seem like it's enough for the animals. So I'm glad we got that 2 extra fields. We're going to have to get those up and going with some, I assume wheat. We'll just give that way we can give the wheat to the chickens, like I said, and the sorghum will be all for the horses. Although the way the size of the fields are, we're having a hard time keeping up with the animals. Looks like. I hope I don't have to buy more feed this year. You know what? Since I'm in the Deutz, we're going to take the Deutz on over and grab the water tanker. That should be over there. And I got to slowly fill up all those greenhouses. Good thing is water is free. It's just that those greenhouses take a lot of water and we got a small tanker. At least get a couple tanks in it so that gets up and running. It hasn't been without water for a while because I noticed in the spinnery we weren't down that much cotton in the inventory. There's the trail. I gotta be careful. There's a big dip right there. And of course, with winter being here, try to see through the greenhouses. I want to say it's this one right here that's got the cotton and strawberries in it. Yes, it is. So I think these greenhouses at the current rate and level that they're at, they can hold 40,000 liters of water. So it's about 9 trips to fill it on up. And if I'm going to do one, I'm going to do them all. When I saw that it was turned red, I was like, oh, I ran out of seed. Not quite. As long as my feet don't get in the water, I'll be fine. It's a little chilly, but it's overall it's good. All right, now that I got that cluster of problems taken care of, I think, let me just double check on this. So our horses, they're getting ready to reproduce. About 4 more months, I think they'll be good. The value is going up, which is great. That's going to be good for the training facility. The chickens, they will go up on productivity once their health gets up there. Same thing with the sheep. You know, it's my bad, but 1 month, I guess, is not the biggest problem to have on a farm, I suppose. I'm glad I don't have the realistic animal loss mod on, because we would have, you know, yeah, I would have lost some animals there. So no wool for another month, but that's fine. Yeah, cotton, we'll keep making fabric there. So seed, you know what? Even though it's in the red, that's going to last a while longer. And let's see how, yeah, everything else is doing fine. We're just short on the water in there. The planks, we got 2 more months worth of wood in there. It uses about 5,000 liters per month. So I think the only thing I need to do is just, I'll take care of the greenhouses filling up with water. That's going to take a little minute. But before we end the episode here in the month of January, ooh, I probably should just, I mean, I don't know what would come up for sale in the store that would interest me. Because I think we got everything we pretty much need, right? Because we got the John Deere mower / mulcher now. So that's going to cover everything there. I think farming-wise, we're all set. Other than possibly at some point maybe trading in the Fiat, but the Fiat's been acting fine recently. So, but at some point it probably will act up again. So the trees here, yep, these trees still in the second or the first growth stage. And then we planted these trees, and they haven't sprouted yet. And of course, the ones in the back, yeah, those won't be ready at all. But of course, now we got 2 new fields. So in March, I think we'll be merging these fields together. Actually, let me teleport back over to the Deutz. Are there trees in between the field there that we got to take care of? There's trees in between the field that we have, the ones we just bought. Yes, there are trees. So we'll bring that tree devour mod over, and I'll just cut them on down and make them into wood chips. Yeah, someone did actually plow the field there. So, owned by me. It doesn't require anything other than fertilizer and, of course, to be planted in. And this field was just limed, as we can see, and doesn't need to be plowed. So, just got to bring the tree devour mod down, and we'll cut down, looks like 3 trees. And then plow between the 2 fields to merge them together. And then we can plant wheat in here. I you know, honestly, if I was not doing a video, making videos, I'd probably plant nothing but sorghum back here, because I could feed that to the chickens and the horses, and apparently I get more yield from sorghum. But I want to mix it up a little bit. You know, I don't want sorghum everywhere back here, although it seems like that we need it. But it is what it is. But we did pay off a little bit of our loan today, which is good. That's going to help us out, as always, as it would. At midnight, our loan interest won't be as much. Probably saved ourselves maybe $400. But we've been pretty much breaking even at midnight, or going through the night. So that will help us on out. But in a little while, when I mean a little while, how are we doing on the fabric? So the fabric, right, here we go. So currently, even though it's January, we still got February, March, April, May. We still got 4 more months to make fabric. But with the current fabric we got, we should get roughly $130,000. So we're going to be at like $155,000, $160,000 worth of fabric. And of course, $100,000 of that is going to go into the horse training facility. So that'll leave us like 50 grand, which I probably won't be able to pay off the loan at all. I'll probably go ahead and buy seed and fertilizer for the greenhouses. But when July comes, currently we got $50,000 worth of planks. We can take all that money and put it into the loan. And then, of course, the following year, because I really don't plan on buying more land, maybe some more land over by the oat field. I may buy like these 2 fields here and just make, you know, 1 continuous oat field. But I mean, those pieces of property can't be too much. But then the rest is just going to go right into the loan. And before you know it, the loan's going to be, I don't want to say down to 0 that quick, but it'll be getting on down there. And at some point, I would like to get back into trying that wood splitter and make some firewood and bring that over, because we made pretty good money on that for 2 trees. I think it was like, you know, $8,500 for 2 trees, but I did lease that for $8,000, so you know, we broke even on it. But anyways, the winter sale's over. I'm going to go over and take care of the greenhouses, get them full of water, and yeah, next episode should be beginning of March. Yeah, probably just wait until March, and yeah, we'll start working on the 2 new fields, get those merged together, and then it's starting to plant. Oh, wait, I said plant wheat. Can I plant wheat in the springtime? I cannot. I keep forgetting what series I'm on and when I can plant. So maybe it will be old sorghum back there this year. Yeah, I'm getting mixed up with hinterland. I think I can plant wheat in the springtime. Yeah, got to remember that. So it might be old sorghum back there. I mean, which is fine. We'll need it. And it's good. Sorghum I can't plant until April. Oats I can plant in March. Yes, we can. March and April as well. So, yeah, I think, planting an extra field of like a crop that we can sell probably won't happen. I got to keep feeding on the animals. But anyways, that's going to do for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Selendra. But until then, have a good one.